Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something straight up. Never expect sympathy from an adult Jamaican, bro. It's just never gonna happen. Even if he's your homie, he's your boy, you think he's gonna care for you, he doesn't care for you, bro. You wanna know how I know? I've been sitting at home with a broken rib now for about a week, and I'm getting stir crazy, man. It's driving me nuts. So I say, you know what? I'm gonna go into work today. I'm gonna go see how everything's going with all the guys at work. So I go into work. I'm dressed in normal clothes, sweatpants, anything I can move in because, you know, I'm hurt. Like, that's what it boils down to. So I go into work. The first person I run to is my Jamaican homie. He says, yo, Drew. He said, where you been, brother? I said, man, I broke my rib. This guy says, yo, how you have to go break your hip? I said, bro, I broke my rib, not my hip. He said, you broke your hip? I said, my rib, bro. What part don't you understand? Rib. He said, yo, your hip, rib, it's all the same thing, man. He said, what's a grown man like you breaking something for? I said, bro, what are you talking about? It's an accident. I fell down the stairs. He said, accident, man? You're way too old to be breaking stuff like that. That's mad immature, my brother. I said, bro, how is it immature that I fall down the stairs? He said, what grown man, you know, that fall down the stairs, brother? I said, yo, I don't know. It was an accident. It hurts, man. Like, just give me a break for a minute. He said, break? He said, why you want to break more? You want more breaks? I said, oh, my God, bro, it's a different... Anyways, this guy was just cracking jokes the whole time at my expense. And then I'm telling him, he's like, okay, when you have to come back to work? I said, bro, in a little bit, once it heals up. He said, you know, I've been working 9 years with a broken back, brother. I said, no, your back's not broken. He says, you want to bet it's broken? This guy actually, I don't know what's up with Jamaicans, but whenever you call them out on nothing, they have proof, bro. They have receipts. This guy reached into his wallet. Usually people have like pictures of their kids, stuff like that. My man had a picture of an x-ray. He had a picture of an x-ray. I said, what the heck is that? He said, that's my back, my brother. You call me on my business. You think I don't got proof of that? Me, I have it right here. I was saying to myself, damn, buddy's been really working with a broken back. That's crazy. This guy looks me in the face and says, yeah, my back broke. Me and my big toe, yes, and I broke when I was drinking Ray Nephew. I hit it against the table. I said, damn. He said, me, the reason why I come to work broke, brother, is so my wallet don't get broke too. I said, okay, I get that. He said, you got 4 data. I said, I know I got 4 daughters. He said, how you not going to go work for a week and then you end up broke and then your daughters be doing crazy stuff? I said, okay, relax. Stop talking about my daughters, bro. Stop talking about my daughters. This guy says, okay, well, come back to work on Wednesday and we'll see. We'll do light work for you. I said, Betty, I can't do light work. Like, it's broken. He said, okay, no problem. Come here. Let me fix it for you. I said, buddy, you're not a doctor. He says, back in Jamaica, me a doctor, man. I said, how you a doctor? He said, me a herbalist. I said, buddy, I need a physiotherapist. I need a surgeon. I don't need a herbalist. I don't even smoke. This guy says, nah, brother. I picked up mad things in my practice, you know? I said, okay, here, try it. This guy puts my arm up and gives me a jab right in the ribs. Punches me. I wince in pain. I'm screaming. This guy says, brother, you're all fixed now. I said, how am I fixed? You just made it worse. He says, but now you know the real pain of the struggle now if you don't come to work. This is what's going to happen when you tense up. Me, I'm so confused, man. I left there confused as hell. I still don't even know what's happening, bro. Don't go to Jamaican people for sympathy. They don't know. They're just wilding, bro. Make me feel bad. Like, am I a bitch?